Hey y'all, my name is Dr. Colleen Sierra. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist and the founder and executive director of Sierra Center for Behavioral Health. Happy Thursday, maybe. I gotta say, this month is kicking my ass. For those of you who watched the last time I post, it's looking like I do not have breast cancer. Thank you for the concern. Yeah, it's looking like I'm okay. I need to go back in a couple of months and double check things, but good news so far. But regardless, this month is kicking my ass. It's really, really hard. And I'm not alone in that, it seems. I'm talking to friends, I'm talking to clients, a lot of whom are reporting that this month is just, it feels harder. It feels more intense. They feel more sad, more overwhelmed, more worried. In a way that feels a little new and different than the 2020 or the continuation of 2020 now here in 2021. And I have a theory about that. So it's going to sound a little goofy. So bear with me for a second. Have you ever been driving and you're headed home and you're nearing there, but you're not quite super close yet and you have to pee? But you decide you can make it. You're just going to wait. You just want to get home. You're going to go to the bathroom when you get home. And for the next, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, you know you have to pee, but it's okay. It's bearable. You're looking around. You're seeing what's going on. You're listening to music. You're talking to whoever is in the car with you. It's okay. But then when you pull onto your street or you pull in your garage or you start to open your front door, it starts to feel like you're not sure that you can hold it. It gets so crazy intense that by the time you're actually in the bathroom, you're worried that you may just pee yourself. Have you had that experience? Tell me I'm not the only one. I think that's a pretty common experience. And I think it might be part of what's going on right now. When we're in the middle of something difficult, like COVID, like 2020 in general, 2020 was hard for a lot of reasons other than COVID. When you're in the middle of something really intense, your body isn't well equipped to deal with it in the moment because your body is concerned about survival. So you're probably in fight, flight, freeze, submit a lot, one of those 4 cycles, and then you're exhausted from being in those cycles and you bounce back and forth between nervous system activation and the nervous system recovery, and you're just trying to put one foot in front of the other. But when the threat starts to go away, and COVID, clearly, the threat is not going away. But for many of us, we can see the end. The end is in sight. We have millions of people vaccinated, and we still have a long way to go. But we've got every indication that we are going to be in a more normal world at some point this year. Is it this summer? Is it this fall? Is it this winter? It's unclear. But we all know that at some point this year, we are going to be having to figure out what living in this new COVID world is going to be like. So the end to this quarantine life, to this dark, cold, snowy, miserable winter, the end is in sight. And because of that, I think a lot of us are starting to feel the effects of the last year. Does that make sense? Right? Your body is a little bit more freed up, perhaps especially if you're vaccinated or people that you care about are vaccinated, or you know that you're next on the list, you're 1C in Illinois, it's coming. It's freeing us up a little bit to be less hypervigilant about, oh my God, this quarantine is going to last forever, and to say, no, life is starting to change a little bit, and that allows me to actually feel rather than just survive. So if that's resonating for you, that's certainly happening for me. If that's resonating for you, know that you're in good company. Lots and lots of people are feeling that way, where life is just kicking our ass a little bit right now. But here's the thing. We're so socialized in America that when life is kicking your ass, you fight back, you punch harder. Right? Like you pull yourself up by your bootstraps and like you do what you need to do to like push through. I'm going to challenge that. And instead of this idea of like life is kicking our ass, let's fight back. Instead of that, let's say life is kicking our ass. Let's let it a little bit. Some things are worth our tears. Some things deserve pain. 2020 is that. It's been tough for so many people, for so many different reasons. And it's good to feel that, because the only way over is through. We have to feel this. We have to grieve. We have to be sad. We have to feel the weight of the worry of the last year. It's okay to be angry about what 2020 has taught us or taken from us. This is worth our emotional energy. So if life is kicking your ass a little bit, like it's been mine, what would it look like to let it? This isn't a giving up. This is a giving in. This is a letting go. And that is strength, because that says I can be down and out for a day. For me, it was Tuesday. I had clients in the morning. I couldn't stop crying before my sessions with my clients. I was like, can I do this? And I did. And I felt good about that work. And then I canceled the rest of my day. And I cried the rest of Tuesday and sat on my couch and drank tea and watched HGTV until my kids came home. And I let life kick my ass that day. And I just took good care of myself. And you know what? When I went to bed that night, I felt better. And when I woke up the next day, I felt even better, because I just let it happen. Sometimes when we put up, not sometimes, all the time, when we put up this giant fight, physical, emotional, whatever it is, it's exhausting. And folks, we're already exhausted. Stop fighting it. Let it happen. Give in to the sadness, to the pain, to the anger, just for a day. And take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself that day, like you would as though you were actually sick. And I'd be curious how you felt that night or the next day or in a couple of days. You might need a week. And it's probably not going to be enough. Whatever you give yourself is probably not going to be enough right now. But it's a step in the right direction of acknowledging the trauma that we've all lived through and starting to heal. Something to think about.